Yo, there's something I want to throw out there to people, and I'm doing quite a few videos like this because I need for folks to understand where we're at. I'm back here again. It's middle of the night, and I'm thinking about stuff and I'm feeling things, and you know I gotta share. I gotta do something about it. So, what I'm gonna talk about right now is people. Okay, and when I mean people, I'm saying how folks can affect you and they don't know they have that kind of impact, the significant impact of it. So I'm thinking about the people that I used to train with and the people I used to train. And not just martial arts, but everything that I've trained folks with. So there is an instructor that I know, and he and I, we were friends and training partners for a long time. And he did something to me that I still can't understand. I can't wrap my brain around it. He left and turned his back on me without understanding anything. One thing we've always talked about, he said, man, your friends and your family, they know you. Cling to them. But I did that and he left. And matter of fact, any communication we've had since then have been a very pompous and arrogant attitude. That's very disappointing. I love Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. It's amazing. The people in it, they're amazing. But isn't this individual in particular to treat me like he has doesn't make any sense to me. If you're someone's brother, you're someone's friend, you care about them, you have to show that. And you show that by understanding and not leaving them. What's disappointing to me is that this person has actually went and said what I have done to make me not be a good person for people to communicate with. And when we I actually reached out to him about a year ago or something like that. And in his brain, he feels as though the situation with he and I can't be fixed. He said that to me. He said that my sexual immorality and the mess that I left in Shelby, that's all my fault, yada yada. What gets me right now is that's one of the biggest hypocritical statements I've ever heard from a human being. For y'all that don't know, I'm supposedly a drug addict, alcoholic, abusive, physically and otherwise, potentially sexual abusive to children. I'm a liar and I'm fake. I have charisma, but not really skilled. I mean, it's all kind of stuff that's out there. But the people that know me know all those things are not true. The people that know me. Now, I still have paperwork that show what I'm talking about as far as nothing happening. And these are from actual entities that can affect your life, the court, police, etc. This man said to me that I blackball myself, and that instead of talking like I was, I should be asking for his forgiveness. It's a horrible way to be. There's a lot of people that know this, but for those that don't, I'm going to give it to you anyway. That we'd have sometimes little get-togethers after someone got promoted or we trained or whatever, And it was cool. Everything's straight. And everyone knows that the person I'm talking about, you probably don't know anyone that can drink more than this person. You probably don't. I've never seen it before. I mean, the one that I'm thinking about in particular, he had enough liquor and beer. Both of them now. He had enough by himself that could probably be for 8-9 people. And I'm not exaggerating. And everyone has been to some of these get-togethers that we've done after promotions or something. They know what I'm talking about. So that's the example he's setting. He and I spoke a couple times too, just about how he knew he had to fix some stuff. Cause when I had started getting sick, he he was telling me that the medicine is bad, but you gotta find a way to get better. And he understood that. And I got depressed at one point, and he and I were talking about it. And he was sitting here telling me that, man, I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to feel bad about some of that, because he gets it. He's been through it himself. And he even let me know that he knew he had to step his game up and change because he was doing the wrong thing. And he was not caring a whole lot about his own progression. Show up to train the kids or whoever else, and he's high. He get submitted, and it really didn't bother him much. These are things he confided into me, right? But now I see all these pictures of him and what he's doing with other people and all that, and I'm like, I cannot believe that you did that. In his opinion, I took someone that needed my help, and I took advantage of that person. That's 100% not true. I remember we had Horace Gracie come, and we was training one time with him. Most people had already left, but he and I got to talking, and we just talking about the past and martial arts and doing this and doing that. We're just talking about it, right? It's just he and I on the mat. The guy that I'm talking about walked up to me and Horace as Horace was talking about the instructors today are dropping the ball. They're not doing this right. They are smoking and drinking and yada yada. Horace said that as this person was walking on the mat. So I'm sitting here looking like, all right, Horace doesn't know that you're the exact person that he's talking about to me. You are an alcoholic. We've talked about that. We've discussed that. You let me know that you want to do better, so you're still working on things and you need, support. I'm all in for that. So why in the world is it that you would feel that it's the best thing to do to act like I've committed some crime that is so unforgettable, and I can't move forward from any of it? You don't even know that it happened. You don't know. And when I told you, you don't even want to believe it. Not even an apology. I have not taken advantage of anyone. But my friend, my brother, my training partner, he's supposed to know that, and he's supposed to talk with me about that. He does not have to jeopardize his business. He doesn't have to do that. There's nothing wrong with he and I talking privately. That's the part that I'm getting at. Do you really think people are going to feel the same way about this person, knowing that he stepped on a mat to train folks and he's high? How do you think people would respond to that? How many folks are going to sit there and be like, ooh, that's not right? Yet and still, it's the truth. And I guarantee you, the person I'm talking about, I dare you, try to say that I'm trying to slander you. Please do that so I can sue you for doing something. Man, look, please do it. Everything I'm talking about right now is 100% true, and you know it. So Hoist is going to be the person standing there telling me how things should go and what instructors are doing now that's not good, and how to sabotage and this and that. And you are one of the main people that he's talking about. Now, I haven't been around you in a while. I refuse to sit here and kiss your behind. I don't know if you've clean now. I guess so. I hope so. But that does not negate the fact that you were very, very immoral. You did the wrong thing to your students. And you did it on purpose. You did it on purpose. You actually did it. So this is not me trying to out you. What this is I'm trying to figure out how in the world can someone that confided into me about his issues, that people would not be with him anymore if they knew, how can that person turn their back on me? That sucks, and that's awful. It really is. And I didn't say anything to Hoist about it. I didn't say anything to another person on the team about it. We didn't talk about anything like that at one of those events after promotion. I mean, I didn't say anything to anybody. But this person told me that, and we discussed it. How, he's been through things, and he can be there for me and yada yada. He did all of that stuff. This situation can't be fixed. That's terrible. I have no ill will towards you, towards your organization, your team. I don't have any energy to try to prove anything. I don't get to the point, I don't care about none of it. But this is significant because you have a platform that you're talking about being positive, being the best you can be, having good morals, having good character, not doing this, not doing that. You showed up on the mat high. You did that. So if you're going to do that and talk to me about it because you want me to understand that you know how things are going, you even told me you don't think I'm doing that. You're telling me what you did. 1 or 2 pain pills and you have a beer or 2 with it, you're good to go. Remember telling me that? And you had to stop doing that. You didn't care about getting tapped by your students. That's a problem. And you stepped out on that mat and you had that crap in your system. But you're calling me out to man, look, it's disgraceful. But the beauty of this is that now I get to show again, you can't kill me. None of these other people can kill me either, because I'm back even stronger now. What I have now is better than what I had before with you. It's so much better. Because there's nowhere in the world the foundation that you've built is going to sustain itself with you acting like that to other people. I should be begging for your forgiveness. No, I ain't begging for that, no. God's forgiveness is what I beg for. I don't care nothing about your feelings or what you think. You don't matter to me like that. But what I'm trying to convey, everything's taken off for you and your team. I'm happy for that. Everyone that's involved with it, I'm happy for them. They're doing something great. They're moving on. They're making progress. But you got an issue. To sit there and take things away from me for a reason that I don't even know about, and then you don't even want to try to discuss with me. I can tell you right now, I will bet my money right now. I ain't got a whole lot of it either, but still, I bet it, that some of that still happens. But what did I do? I've talked to you about it. Even now, I'm not even giving your name. People may think they know it. They may be right. But you know exactly who I'm talking about, because I'm talking about you. These other people that are on your level, but they have different schools, different places. These folks that you said something to about what I supposedly did, that right there is slander. And it's not true at all. And I can prove that it's not true. But the point is not necessarily to just be right and wrong about it or to sue you and get some money. The issue that I'm saying with it is you didn't have enough honesty, enough balls, enough courage, enough respect to come and talk to a friend. That's a problem, man. If you're not going to talk to me, don't talk about me. You have no idea what I have been through. And the point that you sit there and talk about me taking advantage of somebody, man, please. Man, whatever. That's wrong for you to do me like that. If I did these things and I told you in private, there's nothing I can do to say how you respond to it is right or wrong. Because I did something, I told you, now you're going to handle it how you see that you should. But you don't even know what I've done or what's happened, but you have taken upon yourself to inform so many, and these people have already told me that you said it to them. So, and I can have proof on that too if you want. But you have told them all these things that I've done that I have not done. And people can't train with me. I can't be anywhere with these, man. I'm kind of trying to think about it. The leader of the stuff that you're doing. So I remember Hoist had an issue, right? With steroids or something. Did somebody say something like that? Did he do some interviews about that? It doesn't matter whether it happened or not, if he was right or wrong, it doesn't matter. He was accused of something that was huge and everyone knows about it. But what happened? No one left him. That's what I'm talking about. That's the problem. You cannot sit there and judge someone based on the limited knowledge you have of anything. That is not right to do. And you screwed me over, you did me wrong. I forgive you and I still love you, but I'm telling you, if you don't change what you're doing, if you don't apologize, if you don't repent for what you've done, not towards me, but to God, because I'm one of his children, if you don't do that, you are going to lose. And not because I'm going to sabotage it, it just won't work. You can't crap on someone and feel like your life is going to be fine. You're not going to achieve all the good stuff you want, and you won't sustain it if you're not right and in order with God. And I'm telling you right now, I still love you, man. I still do, and I still consider you a friend / brother, because you got to come back to me whenever you can, and when you come back to me, I'm still there for you. But in the meantime, I got to chill. But you need to stop using my name about anything. You need to stop that part, because you don't know what you're talking about, and me proving you that you're wrong is going to cause you, your family, your team a lot of money and bad attention. So please stop doing that. There was no one taken advantage of except me, and I can show it to you. All I asked for was a conversation. One conversation. You don't want to give me that? But you taking away my reputation with other people and possibility of me doing something else just because you say something. Man, look, it's not everyone that was on the team. There are some people that never stopped communicating with me here and there, and I appreciate them for doing that. But y'all, if this is where it's gonna start, if the top of the food chain does this, what's gonna happen? I mean, how can it win? There's no way it can do it. There's no way. No way. Now, why am I doing this? Because this here is another part of returning to alpha. And what I mean again by returning to alpha, men have got to take back over how society works. We need to do that. Not in the dominating or chauvinistic standpoint, but I'm talking about how to be a good man, how to treat people. It doesn't matter what someone has done. You don't just walk away from them, because if the only reason you can do that is because the lock in your closet with all your skeletons hadn't come out yet. That's the only reason why you do it. So anyone else can be condemned, but you would want to have room to explain. That's a bad recipe, man. It is. I took your name, I took your flag, I took your team, I took anything else that represented you, and I pushed that where I was. Do you have any idea how many of your affiliates would not be open if I didn't pursue the train with them? You didn't go, I did. One person, two people. Even on Sundays. I don't want a pat on the back for it. What I do want is for you to understand that you messed up with me, because that's not my character. That's not who I am as a person. I hope that the things that have happened don't happen anymore. I hope that eventually you and I have a conversation outside of anything else, and we get on the same sheet of music. Even if that means we just don't talk anymore at all. Doesn't matter, we get down to the business of it. Without that, nothing's going to happen good. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, please listen to me. If you don't change how you're doing that, you're going to lose. You're going to hurt a whole lot of people. I'm not vindictive. I'm not going to try to do anything to just hurt you anyway. But I'm telling you, it's going to happen, because not everyone has my temperament. If you're not going to talk to me, don't talk about me, especially on something that you don't know that can affect my life in a negative way. Take this video however you want to take it, whatever you want to do about it. Hey, I'll meet you on the front line too. But you need to understand you screwed up big time. You hurt me, man. And you hurt me, and for no reason, because what you're talking about never happened. Never. I do these videos like this right now because if it's in my head like this during this hour, I gotta put it out there, because it's gotta get out my brain. And I'm not upset that I'm not a part of the team that you had. I'm not upset about that. What I'm upset about is that I really cared about you, and I thought you cared about me too, and was on the same page, but you didn't do that. Instead, you want to hurt me even more, and that doesn't make sense to me. But I feel better right now, because getting this out there, it's not necessarily people going to start asking questions. It's just you have to be held accountable. That's all. That's all. I have not given your name, but think of it this way. If people know who I'm talking about already, I didn't have to say your name. That lets you know it's true. I forgive you. I love you. I'm not going to kiss your behind, though. I'm not going to compromise myself, my morals, I'm not going to do that for you. I will not do that for anybody. What I would like to have happen, even if we agree to not speak again, we need to get on the same page and have an understanding. I would hate for you to have to wake up and realize all these people that you have hurt because of your ego. Again, I forgive you and I love you, because that's what God wants us to do. Ball's in your court now.